Ekrem İmamoğlu has often rebuffed observations about the parallels between him and Erdogan. Photograph. Dilara Sinkaya/Reuters. Turkey. Profile. Ekrem İmamoğlu. Jailed rival to Turkish president who could emerge stronger. The mayor of Istanbul is now the only politician who can challenge Recep Tayyip Erdogan at the polls. Ruth Michelson in Istanbul. Monday, March 24, 2025, 13:48 EDT. His response was composed and deliberate when a large number of police arrived at the residence of Istanbul Mayor Ekrem İmamoğlu to arrest him in a dawn raid last week. The mayor of Turkey's largest city, a longtime rival of the president, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, issued a video message to his supporters, filming himself as he put on a crisp white shirt and tie to be dressed for his detention. "A small group is trying to usurp the will of the people," he said. "I will stand strong." Days later, İmamoğlu was officially arrested on corruption charges and taken to a high-security prison on the edge of the city he has governed since 2019. After that, the Interior Ministry of Turkey fired İmamoğlu, even though the Republican People's Party (CHP) had nominated him as its candidate for president in the next election following a primary vote. Party officials said 15 million people cast a ballot, boasting that the overwhelming majority were from non-party members. Since İmamoğlu's detention, tens of thousands of people filled the streets around Istanbul City Hall as part of nightly demonstrations that have quickly taken hold in many places far beyond traditional CHP areas. This includes people in İmamoğlu's hometown of Trabzon, part of the coastal Black Sea region where Erdogan has his roots and some of his strongest support. Local media showed crowds marching through the street holding masks of İmamoğlu's face over the weekend, as CHP politicians praised him as Trabzon's son and a brother to all of us. It is this kind of grassroots support for İmamoğlu in Erdogan's heartland that has cemented the affable 54-year-old former businessman as the president's main rival, and the only politician capable of challenging him at the ballot box. İmamoğlu has often rebuffed observations about the parallels between him and Erdogan, calling himself a staunch social democrat with no further similarities to the president other than their shared heritage and love of football. But İmamoğlu's detention has only provided another opportunity for his story to parallel Erdogan's, one that risks undermining the Turkish president in the long run. Erdogan became the mayor of Istanbul in the mid-1990s, before he was jailed for reading a poem, emerging from prison to galvanize his status as a politician worthy of the national stage, overcoming a ban from politics to become prime minister just 4 years after his release. The Guardian makes it abundantly clear that we have no desire to be friends with Donald Trump or any politician. Our allegiance as independent journalists is not to those in power but to the public. You can rely on The Guardian to never yield to power or the truth, no matter what happens in the coming months or years. How are we able to stand firm in the face of intimidation and threats? As journalists say, follow the money. The Guardian has neither a self-interested billionaire owner nor profit-seeking corporate henchman pressuring us to appease the rich and powerful. We are funded by our readers and owned by the Scott Trust, whose only financial obligation is to preserve our journalistic mission in perpetuity. In addition, we provide fearless, fiercely independent journalism to all without a paywall, ensuring that responsible, fact-based news is available to everyone in the United States. With the new administration boasting about its desire to punish journalists, and Trump and his allies already pursuing lawsuits against newspapers whose stories they don't like, it has never been more urgent or more perilous to pursue fair, accurate reporting. Can you support The Guardian today? We value whatever you can spare, but a recurring contribution makes the most impact, enabling greater investment in our most crucial, fearless journalism. As our thanks to you, we can offer you some great benefits, including seeing far fewer fundraising messages like this. We hope you'll think about it because we've made it easy to set up. Thank you.